Blue Shoes presents a sneak peek behind the sneaker vault. What's up, bros and ladies? It's Blue from Blue Shoes, and today we're here to open the vault and take a deeper look at a sneaker from the sneaker collection. Today's shoe is none other than the Jordan 11 Cool Gray. Anyways, this sneaker released all the way back in December of 2021. I was actually in Jamaica on my honeymoon when these shoes released, so I wasn't actually able to enter any of the draws myself. Because the sneakers app recognized that I was in Jamaica and not in the United States and wouldn't let me enter. So I actually had to call my sister the morning of the drop, have her download the app, log into my account, and enter the drawing. I wanted these so badly, but I wasn't expecting to get a pair since I'd had pretty awful luck with the sneakers app previously. Somehow though, I ended up winning 2 pairs of these. One from the sneakers app, and then another pair from a Foot Locker raffle I'd entered the week before. I could not believe it when my sister texted me a picture of the got 'em sign from sneakers, and needless to say, a week and a half later, I was rocking this fresh pair of Jordan 11s. The Jordan 11 is a classic sneakerhead sneaker, one of the most famous sneaker silhouettes, and up to this point that these released, I'd never managed to cop a pair. This cool gray colorway is magnifique, just beautiful. I love them, and yeah, the looks are just so fresh. This is actually not an original colorway of the Jordan 11. I believe there were 3 colorways to release on the original release back when Jordan was still playing and wearing these. I know that he had originally never intended to release the 11s. The 10 was supposed to be his last shoe because he had retired from basketball. But then he came back, needed a new shoe, so they created the Jordan 11. And those 3 original colorways, I believe, were the Concord, the Jordan 11 Bread colorway, and then the, can't remember the name of the other colorway right off the top of my head, but I know it was like Carolina blue and mostly white, but like had a Carolina blue Jumpman. Anyways, it was for the All-Star game, super cool colorway. I wish they'd released that one again. But yeah, so there's this pair, which was actually the first colorway of the Jordan 11 to retro that wasn't one of the original colorways. So on this sneaker, again, which I have from 2021, my first ever pair of Jordan 11s. Again, as I said, this is a beautiful colorway, a beautiful gray. As you can see, the upper of this shoe is a nubuck leather material, and it feels really, really nice. Honestly, one of the more premium feeling Jordans that I've ever held in my hands personally. But yeah, that nubuck is really nice, especially on the tongue of the shoe. That gray nubuck with that plush tongue is just really, really buttery, really soft to the touch. Of course, you have the classic Jordan 11 patent leather. You have the shoestrings of the Jordan 11, which were, I believe, supposed to kind of mimic the net from a basketball hoop. I will say the upper of the Jordan 11 typically is a bit more of like a mesh knit material, but for this cool gray model, they opted for that nubuck that we see here on the shoe. And I'm glad they did because it's very nice. Here on the inside of the shoe, you have a nice quilted material. It's not super duper thick, but it is very soft, so it's very comfortable when you put your foot in. Also, as you can notice on the back, there's this, that inside material stretches over to the outside. And I will say it's actually nice that it kind of dips into the back of this upper here, because it allows for when you're moving your foot back like that, it allows for your Achilles tendon not to press up against the more firm leather materials, and actually makes it feel a lot nicer when you're running or moving your foot. A cool detail that you can see on this Jordan 11 is right there on the tongue of the shoe. Might be a little bit tough to see. Maybe we'll get it in the B-roll. It actually has the Jumpman logo on a little patch that runs across the tongue, and it says Jumpman and Jordan actually running that way, I think. You of course have the Jumpman stitched on this heel section right there, as well as a 2-3, Jordan's number 23, screen printed on the back. The midsole of the shoe that we have here is, I believe, a Phylon foam material. It allows for a decent amount of give, but not too much, but it is a very comfortable foam, thankfully. On the inside of the shoe, we actually, if I can pull this out here, have a polyurethane foam material insole. A lot of Jordan sneakers just have a pretty run-of-the-mill foam insole, but for the nicer Jordan 11, they actually opted to include that polyurethane insole, which just provides a little bit more comfort. Underneath that polyurethane insole, you have a drop-in full zoom air unit in the shoe, and that runs from the heel all the way to the toe, and it actually provides really great cushion and bounce to these shoes, and is one of the things that helped propel this shoe to be one of the most comfortable basketball sneakers, even by today's standards. These are super duper comfortable. On the bottom of the sneaker, you can see what is the outsole. It's this translucent icy blue outsole. Unfortunately, I've had these shoes for a couple of years, so the outsole is no longer as icy as I wish they were. Although I will say, if you have some, I believe it's Angelus sole sauce, you can buy that on Amazon or on their website. And if you put a little bit of that on there, put some plastic wrap over the shoe, put it out either in the sun or in a dark room with a black light shining directly on it, it actually can sometimes help reverse the effect of the yellowing that tends to happen with these clear icy outsoles. There's nothing like when you first open the box and take out a pair of shoes that has that blue icy outsole. It's just a thing of beauty.
It's so beautiful.
But unfortunately, it doesn't last long. It has a tendency to yellow pretty quickly. Also on the outsole, you can see there's these pods of a more standard rubber herringbone traction for those high wear areas that help really give you great traction. I've not bought in these personally because these are more like style casual wear shoes for myself, but I have heard that the traction on these is really, really good. On the bottom here, you can see underneath that translucent blue outsole, you can see the Jumpman logo, and you can see here sticking out part of this carbon fiber shank plate, that slash spring plate that runs, I believe, fully from the ball of the foot all the way to the heel and helps provide really good support and rigidity in the shoes if you decide to hoop in them. Now for the fit and comfort. Again, as I mentioned earlier, these shoes are super comfortable. Probably, if I had to say, the most comfortable of any of the Jordan shoes that I've personally worn. I definitely think that the underfoot cushion is really nice in these. They, as far as fit goes, I think they fit true to size. I have these in a size 10. I will say you would have a problem with them squeezing you if your feet are on the wider side. I think these shoes are super comfortable. They are super stylish and fashionable. To me, this is one of the better colorways to have dropped in any Jordan model in quite some time. You can actually find these sneakers for not too ridiculous of a price right now. Pretty sure you can find them for less than $300 for resale on StockX or GOAT. And again, that's a pretty insane deal. Right now, sneakers are kind of selling at an all-time low for resale value anyways, just because I feel like with the state of the economy and inflation, people just aren't going out to run and buy sneakers up like they were in like 2020, right after the Last Dance documentary dropped. Sneaker culture reached like a fever pitch right after that, and it was impossible to cop pairs of Jordans. And if you wanted to pay resale, the prices were just skyrocketing from scalpers trying to sell and make a buck off of reselling sneakers. But right now is actually a fantastic time if you want to buy sneakers. You might have to pay more than retail, but there's even some Jordan sneakers that are really great colorways, even some pairs of 11s that you can actually buy for less than retail. But yeah, again, this is the Jordan 11. Great shoe. Had to break it out of the vault for a review on the channel because I've never reviewed any of these before. But yeah, let me know what you think of these down in the comment section below, and maybe let me know if you have a favorite colorway of the Jordan 11, or maybe just what your favorite Jordan model is, period. But for today, I think that's gonna be all, except I almost forgot, I'm gonna get the wife's opinion on these Jordan 11s. So what do you think of these?
I love those.
You do?
Yeah. I'm very partial to gray. It's my favorite neutral. So I like all the different shades, and I especially like the icy blue color at the bottom. I think that adds a little bit. It looks like you stepped in water or something.
Yeah, I like these very much as well. And it didn't hurt that I found out that I won these while we were on our honeymoon 2 years ago. So that was a really cool detail as well. But yeah, great shoe. Love them. Have to agree with the wife. They are a fantastic colorway. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, go out, like a video for a lesser known YouTuber today, because you never know how much one like might contribute to someone's channel and how much it might brighten their day. But again, like this video if you enjoyed it. Feel free to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with my new video releases and get the future sneaker reviews and news and updates about sneakers, Jordans, Currys, Adidas, Yeezy, all that stuff. But for now, it's gonna be blue out. Peace, everybody.